Hey beauties! Today we're going to talk about 3 tips for how to keep your kidneys healthy. And this is a really important topic because your kidneys are literally workhorses that are working for your health day in and day out. Even if we don't always think of our kidneys, they have been touted in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, as absolutely central to our vitality. So think of your kidneys about the size of your fist, 2 bean-shaped organs on either side of your spine, below your rib cage here. And sometimes it's nice to actually visualize where these organs are in our system. And so I have some facts I want to share with you every day just to give a little homage to our kidneys. Our kidneys are filtering half a cup of blood every minute. So in a day, our kidneys are filtering through more than 200 quarts of blood. Your kidneys are removing acid, so a very important detoxification organ. This means they filter about 2 quarts of waste products. And from the kidney, the waste products and water is filtered to the bladder, which is released through our urine. So our kidneys are working really hard every day to maintain the balance between different salts, minerals in our system, such as sodium, calcium, phosphorus, potassium. They're working with our hormones. They're helping to work with the blood pressure, the fluid level in our system. They're helping to make red blood cells. They're helping to keep our bones strong and healthy. And our kidneys in this day and age are very much being overworked by our environment. And we can see the decline of wellness and well-being, unfortunately, across the board for many of us in society. But it doesn't have to go this way. With these 3 tips I'm going to share with you today, you very much can help support your kidneys. We can be strategic. We can love our kidneys. We can give them the love that they need and deserve. And we can also, through the kidneys, just support, again, this vitality all the way up and through our whole system. So the first thing is our diets. And so within this tip, I'm going to subdivide it between 3 very important subcomponents of diet. The first thing is keeping a balanced, how can I say this? A balanced amount of protein in your diet. The reason I say balanced is because we live in a world where often we can think mistakenly that we can't get too much protein, and we absolutely can. And too much protein puts a huge amount of pressure on our kidneys and also our liver, so that our kidneys have a lot more stress on them. So we don't need to have huge amounts of protein, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks in between. If you're following Beauty Detox, if you're eating whole foods, you're having the glowing green smoothie, you're having, quinoa and broccoli and kale and the power protein smoothie, you're going to get more than enough protein. The average woman only needs about 40 to 60 grams more if you're pregnant, but we don't need these massive amounts. Your body is putting together different amino acids, it is recycling protein, and remember, too much overloads your kidneys, which can lead to accelerated aging, a decline in our vitality and energy, and just more toxicity built up in our system overall. So the second tip within nutrition is to avoid carbonated beverages, such as soda, of course. We all want to give up soda and diet soda for many, many reasons. This being one of them. It puts a lot of pressure on our kidneys, and it can actually lead to kidney stones. This also includes, if you love carbonated water, again, it's not all or nothing, but try to have more flat water. Try to work it in. If that feels boring to you, you can add lemon or cucumber, whatever it is, but we don't want to have carbonated beverages all day, all day. And the third food tip is to limit your consumption of caffeine. And I know many of us love our coffee or teas or whatever it is. I know sometimes it's a special treat. I love green tea lattes made with almond milk or coconut milk. But there's a difference between having some and relying on them for energy and having like 6, 7. I promise I have had clients that told me they drink up to 15 cups of coffee a day. When they have long days, they're shooting, they're in production, whatever they're doing, it's shocking, but it happens, and no judgment, but just knowing that going forward, that's not a regular practice that we want to keep. It's not supportive to our kidneys. Again, it puts a lot of pressure on them. Our liver and kidneys are filtering all that caffeine. It's really working our nervous system and the adrenals, which sit on top of the kidneys. There is a relationship, and so it's just very imbalancing. So we choose caffeine carefully when we want to have it. We're conscious of it, but we don't want to overload on the caffeine. Now, my second tip after diet is sleep. Sleep is very, very important to your kidneys. Sleep is where your kidneys regenerate, they repair, it gives them a break, it gives the nervous system a break. So the power of sleeping well cannot be overemphasized. So much so that I created a whole sleep well program for you. This came from me starting to wake up to sleep and paying attention to it. We started to do a really deep dive into research, and it's not just quantity, it's quality. So there's a lot of little tweaks and tips you can do, just a few here and there, and then you can add up, you can build up on them. And it makes an enormous difference to your health, to your sleep, to your beauty, to your vitality, to supporting your kidneys. You are worth it. Please invest in your sleep. If you haven't yet checked out the program, you can take the quiz right here at KimberlySnyder.com, and then you can learn about the program more. I think it will help you very much. And my third tip is to focus on stress-reducing activities. So this is related again to this idea of soothing the nervous system and not putting so much crazy pressure on our adrenals, our kidneys, which are absorbing so much of that energy. So I'm a big advocate for walks. It's my main form of movement now, getting outside, just, you know, taking breaks throughout the day, releasing, walking, listening to music or the sounds of nature, going to a beach, going to the park. Even if you walk for 10 minutes during your lunch break or before you start the day, it can be just a wonderful way to relieve stress. And of course, meditation. We have free meditations for you here. If you are interested in a guide, you can download them for absolutely free. I really want to support you in this. Or, you know, just check out different apps, or my co-author Deepak Chopra, of course, has a lot of different meditations, or Eckhart Tolle, another one of my favorites. There's so many different resources out there. Paramahansa Yogananda has all the Kriya Yoga. So you can check out whatever works for you, but make it part of your life. Otherwise, stress builds up, and our kidneys suffer. And that's when we tend to binge, overeat, go into all these different not so wonderful things for our bodies because it's so pent up in there. So I hope these tips really help you. Again, focusing on your diet, not overeating protein, limiting the consumption of carbonated beverages and caffeine, focusing on your sleep, bettering your sleep in any ways that you can. We also have some blogs on this, as well as the Sleep Well program. And number 3, stress-reducing activities, so that you nurture yourself and you keep dissipating that stress before it builds up in you and your kidneys. So sending you so much love. Thank you for being part of the community. I'm so grateful for you. I will see you back here very soon. Take care. Lots of love.